If you're from the Lexington, Kentucky area, you probably know the many restaurants that make up the Bluegrass Hospitality Group. But it's not just Lexington. They are starting to pop up all over the region. We're going to check out Malone's, where all the success started.
Bluegrass Hospitality Group strives for over-the-top hospitality at their 5 original restaurant concepts: Malone's Prime Beef Steakhouse, Sal's Chop House, Harry's Bar and Grill, Aqua Sushi, and Drake's. Ranging from casual to sophisticated, and from sushi to steak, they have something for everyone. But all their success started with Malone's, and one trip there will show you why. The rows of signed menus from people like Tommy Lasorda, Jerry Bruckheimer, William Shatner, and Diane Sawyer shows you that it ranks well with their high-profile customers. The consistently high ranks with Tom Horan's America's Top 10 will show you that critics rave about it too. And their USDA prime graded beef shipped directly from Chicago will show you what a real steakhouse should taste like.
So I'm here with John McNamara, and he is the Chief Business Officer at Bluegrass Hospitality Group, otherwise known as Johnny Mac.
Yes.
Well, tell me a little bit just about Bluegrass Hospitality Group, just kind of how you got started and your kind of mission statement.
Well, it was 2 owners back in 1998 that had a vision. And they really loved to travel, they loved to eat out, they loved great food. One of the places they really enjoyed going on a regular basis was Chicago, and they fell in love with steaks. And they really wanted to bring the prime beef industry to Lexington, Kentucky. And they opened Malone's off Tates Creek Road, and that was the first venture between the 2 of them. And we haven't looked back, and we've been very blessed and fortunate to have the success we've had. But that's where it all started, was they're off Tates Creek Road at the original Malone's.
Well, tell me a little bit about these menus. I mean, this is something that's kind of interesting that Malone's does. I see them flanked on all the walls, and you've got people like Diane Sawyer and William Shatner and Jerry Bruckheimer. I even see Terry Bradshaw up there.
It started before my time, and I've been with the company over 10 years, and it really didn't, I don't know if we ever had the envision of having it where it is today, but it's fascinating the amount of people that love to get their name on a menu, and it's really worked out well because it's humbling to have these folks want to eat with us.
Absolutely.
And it's just as humbling that they want to put their name on the wall. So it's a win-win for us, for sure.
Sure, it's an
I'm not quite sure it's a
endorsement,
win-win for them, but I mean, 'cause it is awesome.
Yeah, it's amazing the amount that you have just throughout the whole restaurant, and what an endorsement that people like Diane Sawyer,
It's been fun
love
meeting
this
them through
restaurant.
the years. It really has, to have them come in and call, and whether it be themselves or one of their agents to call and make a reservation for them. And
Sure.
And our guests are great because they really don't bother them. One of the best was LeBron James, and it happened to be a very, very busy night, and we had him right in the middle of the restaurant.
Oh, that's great.
But the staff as well as the guests really did a great job of sort of letting him be, and he was with Coach Calipari, and that was a fun night.
Well, tell me a little bit about the food. I mean, you guys have some signature dishes. I know you use some local products. You've got some standouts. I mean, my father cannot get away from the salmon salad. He orders it all the time. But you're so much more than that. You have such a great kind of spectrum of diversity here.
We do. One of the things that we've always sort of tried to do is be a little bit to everybody. I mean, yes, we have a great steak. We're buying the best beef in the world. It's coming from Chicago. We're very proud of that. But we've also have a lot of other items that really complement the menu, whether it be the sushi, whether it be one of our satellite bars that we feel like it gets such a bad label called being bar food because it's just too outstanding to be labeled as bar food.
Like the mini hamburgers.
The mini hamburgers are
at
unbelievable.
Harry's, yeah.
And that's fascinating that was created 9 years ago for the original Harry's off Tates Creek and Sal's. And then you look at our crab rangoon roll that was created we created that at Hamburg, playing around with specials one day, and the next thing you know, we've got a crab rangoon roll that has absolutely flourished. Then you look at things such as the salmon salad. You hear so many people talk about our salmon salad. I can't get anything but the salmon salad. And you're like, it's really good, but can you try something else? But hey, if it's not broke, let's not try to fix it today.
Right, yeah. There's one chef that I know we're going to get to meet today. His name is Dave Cupolo, and I guess, has he just kind of been around since the very beginning here?
He has. Dave started at Regatta, one of our restaurants that was a part of our group for a long, long time. and really worked his way, went to culinary school at Sullivan, which is really neat. And we've actually got, I think 5 of our chefs came from Sullivan University. So that's awesome that we're really keeping that in-state talent and not letting them get out of state or go out to Louisville or wherever it may be. So
keeping it local.
We are definitely keeping it local. And he's done great. And he's moved his way up from a sous chef at our location over off Tate's Creek at Sal's. And now he's the executive chef here and has been for the last 4 years the executive chef at this location and has done a tremendous job.
Oh, good. Well, I hear he's got some steak and maybe a little salmon to cook for us.
Can I eat too?
Yeah, please do.
Okay, please.
Okay, so I'm here with Dave Cupolo, and he is the executive chef here at Malone's in Palomar, but actually, you've been all over. You've been at all the restaurants, you're well seasoned, you're a Bluegrass hospitality kind of rock star here.
Yep. Yeah, I've been at Regatta, Sal's, Hamburg, and Lansdowne's locations. Haven't been to any of the Drakes out of the state or anything like that, but I have been at every single one, yep.
You've made the rounds. Well, tell me, I know you are from Lexington. Where did you kind of get your experience or culinary training?
I went to Sullivan in Louisville, and pretty much have been with this company and worked at one restaurant in Louisville for my internship, and that's pretty much been about it.
Okay, well, what's your favorite kind of dishes to cook or prepare?
I love steaks.
Okay.
I love steaks, so this is great for me. You know, Malone's with all our prime beef and everything like that. I love steaks.
Sure. Well, as a matter of fact, you have some steak you're going to be cooking for us, right?
We're going to be making a steak sandwich today with a fried onion, some red leaf lettuce, and a peppercorn horseradish mayonnaise.
Wow, that sounds awesome. Well, tell me how you start this dish.
Okay, we're going to take a 4-ounce prime medallion, okay, seasoned with a little salt and pepper.
All right.
This is salt and pepper mix. Let it cook on the grill. We're going to cook it to about mid-rare today, okay? And then we're going to take a onion ring, okay? It's a colossal yellow onion ring, breaded in a panko breadcrumb, and we're going to deep fry it.
The great thing about your all's steak and beef and things is that it comes from Chicago, right? And you get it flown in. It's like the real deal.
Yep. We ordered on Monday. It comes in on Tuesday.
That is awesome.
Yep, it is.
There's
good
nowhere
stuff.
else around that's doing that, right? You guys are pretty unique
We are
in that
the
way.
only prime steakhouse in Kentucky, in Lexington, actually, as far as I know.
Right. Yeah, in Lexington, and definitely the only ones flying it in from Chicago. So you're getting pretty good quality.
Yep, it is good stuff. Top 3% of all beef.
One of my favorite places in Lexington to get sushi is at Aqua Sushi. Anyone that knows me well knows that Japanese food is one of my favorites. So I could not do a show on Bluegrass Hospitality Group without sneaking in a sushi making lesson. So load up the wasabi and get ready to roll some fish. Chef U was born in Burma and got his culinary training in Bangkok, Singapore, and Hong Kong before arriving in the United States. He sharpened his sushi making skills at various sushi bars in Missouri, Maryland, Virginia, New York, Tennessee, and California. Although they have lots of standouts on the menu here at Aqua Sushi, my all-time favorite is the Midori roll. But today, Chef U teaches me how to make a new roll, the surf and turf roll. This cooked roll has crab, a spicy cream cheese and asparagus inside, and then is topped with avocado and beef fillet. The surf and turf roll is then finished with a spicy and sweet sauce. Now, normally I would gravitate to more traditional sushi fare, but I knew a surf and turf roll with Malone's quality beef on it was one that had to be experienced.
Okay, this is my favorite part. We get to actually eat it.
Yes.
Okay. You've gotten me a good concoction here of soy sauce and wasabi. That is really good. I like the creaminess of the avocado and the crab inside, but then you get that nice punch of spice and the crunch of the asparagus, and the meat is outstanding. You know, I'm such a sushi lover that I would have never ordered that on you know, if I just came in.
Yeah.
Because I would have thought, it's not, you know, raw enough for me. But man, that is really good. All right, cheers.
The restaurant is not the only reason people come to Malone's. They also come for the signature drinks. Harry's Bar offers up some tasty libations. They made me their famous Pixie Stick Martini.
Although they have many different restaurants all over the region, no matter which one you walk into, the hospitality will be over the top and you'll be ready to sign your name to one of the menus. Make sure and add this local traveler spot to your next eating adventure. After a fun-filled day at Malone's with a dash of aqua and a sprinkle of Harry's, we found ourselves wanting more over-the-top hospitality that only Bluegrass Hospitality Group could bring.
The last two restaurant concepts that we have yet to explore are Sal's Chop House and Drake's. The latter named after Bluegrass Hospitality Group co-founder Bruce Drake. With Drake's locations popping up all over the region, in places like Louisville, Nashville, and Indianapolis, I wanted to sit down and talk with Bruce and learn more about this successful pub and restaurant.
Okay, so I'm here with Bruce Drake, who is the co-founder of Bluegrass Hospitality Group, and we get the rare treat to sit down and talk to you today. I'm so excited. We pulled you from the golf course.
That's right.
And sat you down so we could talk. Tell me a little bit just about, you're from Kentucky originally, right?
Utica, actually, outside of Owensboro.
Okay, so how did you kind of get into this line of work?
You know, I went to Western when I graduated high school, and I started out in computer programming and got a job as a dishwasher at Bowling Green Country Club. And I started washing dishes, and a month later I was on the line, and 3 months later I was a sous chef, and I was all in. I loved it, and I waited tables and I bartended, and I just had a knack for it.
So the culinary experience and training that you had, did that just lend itself naturally to start kind of managing these restaurants?
You know, we just had all these different ideas. We do a lot of, not a ton of traveling, but we travel around to Chicago and LA and New York and all these different places to see what's out there. Mm-hmm. So we tried to take like a hybrid of a lot of different places and make something that would mesh good in Lexington.
Well, do you think it's so successful because it just has the ability to kind of be so many different things? Like when I come in, like there's a business lunch crowd here during the afternoon, but yet at night it's kind of a dinner crowd. You can bring your kids here. Then as the night goes on, it kind of turns into more college, later night.
You got it. You know, moms and business people, they come in here for lunch and they enjoy our fare because it's all a derivative of Malone's, which is, you know, been acknowledged as a top 10 steakhouse in the country. We're very food driven. We're very chef driven on how we choose our items. And so, you know, we have a great lunch crowd. Evening is fun, and then all of a sudden you turn into the nightlife, and you know, Thursday, Friday, Saturday night it gets real interesting. It almost turns into like a little club. You know?
We've got a DJ.
We have DJ, and everybody's doing the wobble, and you know, even the servers do the wobble, and you know, we really try to encourage a fun atmosphere.
One of the things I love about Bluegrass Hospitality Group, in addition to the hospitality that's over the top, is the fact that you guys really take an appreciation for customers and just for people in the community. For instance, you guys have a Thanksgiving.
It is so phenomenal because this thing started in 2003 and we were shooting from the hip, and the first Thanksgiving we served like 500 or 600 people. since then, Allison Wellman has taken over, and she has just embraced this. And she coordinates everything from 250 volunteers from Southland. She gets Lextran to run. She gets all these different community centers involved, and she coordinates who's picking up who where. And I mean, it's amazing. And we have to get like 60 or so volunteers from BHG just to manage the volunteers.
Right.
You know, but they love it. They're back there running dishes and serving the food on the line and carrying trays. And we got kids running bread and bringing desserts. And
right. And you bus them in, right? They're really bussed in from
yes.
all over
The majority
city.
of the people, Lextran picks up and brings them right in. And you know, we do some other things. We try to provide a BHG courtesy van.
Yes.
For anybody that's ever interested that needs a ride to or from one of the restaurants, or you know, Drake's or Harry's at any time. So you know, and that's free of charge. And we just try to do things to, you know, as an example, if you get a to-go order, we give you a water bottle. So we just bring a bottle out to your car, and just
Right.
water bottles are nice to have. So
Yeah, it's just that extra little step of hospitality there.
you know, it's the little things that go a long way, and we try our best to make people happy.
Well, I think I have a demonstration or a cooking lesson with Sal's chef, so I'm excited.
With Matt,
Yes.
Matt is the greatest.
All
Matt is
right.
the greatest.
I'm ready to get my apron on.
Super.
Sal's has a sleek, open kitchen design and upscale atmosphere. Pasta, pizza, and seafood are some of Sal's standouts. As a matter of fact, the scallops at Sal's are a customer favorite, and I get the opportunity to make them with Chef Ben Oaks. This chef knows his way around the Bluegrass Hospitality Group kitchen. He's been with the company since 2008, where he started out as a sous chef and is now a prominent part of the kitchen in both Malone's Banquets and Sal's.
Okay, so I'm here with Ben Oaks, and he is the chef. Not only you do some chefing in Sal's, but also for Malone's Banquets, and you're gonna teach us how to make some yummy scallops, I hear.
Yes, ma'am. We're going to do our grilled scallop dish. We serve here with the mushroom beurre blanc and some pancetta.
Yum. Well, tell me a little bit about your training. You kind of got recruited off the island in Hawaii, right?
Yeah, I was actually I grew up on a little island in Hawaii called Lanai, and I was focused on culinary school here in Louisville, and went back to the Big Island. Worked for a company out there for 4 years, and a buddy of mine here asked me to come work for BHG, so I jumped at the chance.
Right. You came as a sous chef, and you kind of worked your way up. Now you're quite proficient at all the BHG dishes here.
I tried. Could work at many of the BHGs in Lexington, so.
Well, do you think some of your experience in Hawaii just kind of helped you learn how to really cook with fresh ingredients?
Yeah, it did. Very often I had a lot of friends out there that free dove, fresh fish. If you didn't go to the store for fruit, you went to your neighbor's yard. So
That's awesome.
pretty amazing stuff.
Well, good. Well, tell me, do we have any tips here for how to cook these well?
Basically, we're just going to go through and I'll show you how to mark off our scallops. Start
Okay.
off with. Good thing for grill marks is start off with dry scallops,
Okay.
and then you want to. We're going to baste it up here with just some olive oil on both sides,
Okay.
and then we'll go with some salt, of course, fresh pepper. Definitely want to evenly season your proteins.
They smell good already, really.
Yes, ma'am. Just bring these over
Okay.
the grill. Set them on at an angle. That way we get the nice marks.
Sure.
So we'll go through that. You're going to go, you want to go about a minute. We're going to turn it 30 degrees.
Okay.
The 30-degree angle will give us a nice diamonds on our fish. That's what we're always looking for, diamonds on the fish.
Sure.
Diamonds on all the protein for that matter. So we'll have to let those sit for a minute.
You're starting with a nice hot grill already.
Hot grill.
so you
Gotta
can
have
get
a hot
that-
grill.
Yeah.
You can hear the sizzle right there. That's the magic happening.
The Malone's banquet facilities here at Bluegrass Hospitality Group offer 9 beautiful rooms that are located above Sal's Chop House. Every room has state-of-the-art audio-visual equipment, elegant white linen service, and a well-trained chef and staff to make it a wonderful dining experience. Bluegrass Hospitality Group strives for over-the-top hospitality at their 5 original restaurant concepts.
Make sure and add this to your local traveler list.